everybody out there in
hey.
podcast land. It's Mitch and Mike's voiceover podcast. No, what is the name of our thing?
It's actually Mitch and Mike's podcast journey or something.
Mitch and Mike's voiceover journey podcast.
Journey.
That's who we
Podcast.
are. Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know. So hey, I'm Mitch.
I'm Mike. We're keeping it, bro. We're keeping it.
Yeah.
I've never been Mike before.
Hey, you know what? It could be fun. My life is just amazing. So, all right. Hey, well, thanks for tuning in. And we got some fun stuff planned today. And Mitch, how you been? How you been doing in this whole voiceover journey?
The journey. Oh, the journey's good. Comes and swings. You know, life swings one way or another, and sometimes you're like, what am I doing? Like, is this the right deal? No matter what you're doing. And then you're like, whoa, I can't believe I get to do this thing. So I'm in the swing of, I can't believe I get to do this thing. Now, I think that almost every day, but sometimes it's a little stronger than others, you know. Bring you to tears strong. How about you? What's new in Mike's world?
So I've been in the booth here and there. I've had I literally, like, nothing came in for a while. There was nothing interesting on the pay to plays, and there really wasn't anything being posted. And I'm like, what is going on? This is weird. And I wasn't getting anything from the agents. And then suddenly, like, one day, I got something from both agents, and there were a crap ton of stuff that were posted on the pay to plays. And I'm like, and I got in the booth and did just knocked out like 5 or 6 auditions one night.
Heck yeah.
So again, it ebbs and flows, right? So that happened, and then I've been looking, and there's like nothing more interesting. So, I had envisioned when I started this journey that I was going to be working 4 or 5 nights a week, in my part-time side gig of voiceover acting, and it hasn't been quite that much. As we talked about, I need to do more on the non-recording end of it, on the looking for work end of it. But I've been getting some interesting things, getting some thumbs on the Bidalgo and the other places, and
nice.
Hoping that I get some, somebody calling me and say, hey, we liked what you did.
Hey, you.
Yeah. But
well, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, you're plugging away. That's the one thing I would tell somebody: don't give up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even if you have a lull or whatever, obviously on your quiet days, you could be doing the less fun part.
Yeah. And that's what I need to do. That's what I need to get better at is, when I have something to audition for, it's like, yeah, cool, get in the booth, and I'm having fun doing it, right? That part is fun to me. It's the other stuff that's not as fun. And I go, right. And I've said to myself, I mean, like, if I'm out watching a TV show with my wife before she goes to bed, I can sit there with the laptop and I can be doing, because I mean, already we're in that age where I don't just watch TV. I have to be scrolling on my phone or something. So I might as well be distracting myself with good work. So just gotta get my brain going in that direction. So
exactly. Yeah, it's that's why I threw myself to the wolves, I think.
Yes, you did. And hey, Mitch, that's the topic of today's conversation.
What is?
I want to know what that transition to full-time was like. Because again, for the listeners, if you're just picking this up now, I am part-time voiceover guy. I still have a day job that's been hectic lately, and but Mitch has been able to fully jump in feet first into doing this full time. And so I thought it'd be interesting, and Mitch was like, okay. But I thought it'd be interesting to hear more from you on just kind of detail that journey, what led to the decision, how you got there, the things you had to do to get yourself set up, and just what that whole transition is like. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people like me that are listening that are like not doing this as a gig because they got to pay the rent and they're just starting out. And so,
yep.
So enlighten us, sir.
Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Well, For all of you listeners out there who don't have rent, and maybe maybe you're a bit younger, or maybe you get to just not pay rent, or whatever it is, that that sounds like the best thing, isn't it? So because you get to maybe take a little more time for yourself working on this craft, if this is absolutely what you want to do as a paid gig with most of your day. Now, I've just real quick, I talked to people recently that the full-time voiceover, quote unquote, isn't always meant to say that that's the only thing that pays your bills. It's
True.
kind of shifting into you are free to work voiceover at any time of the day, but you may have to supplement. As we know, plenty of people are teaching voiceover. Other people
Yeah.
are casting directors. Other people are helping on projects in different ways, writing. Some people are just, working at a haunted house or so, whatever,
Yeah, the
whatever
starving
fuels them.
actor
Or
thing. Being a
the
waiter at
starving
night so
act.
you can free yourself up for auditions during the day. Yeah.
Exactly. And luckily, you're not starving, and luckily at this point, I'm not starving either.
Hey.
But it, for me, I'm lucky that I could squirrel away a bunch of money, and I was training for years. I got my demo. I put, you know, plenty of money into the business with training and gear and all that stuff. And, all that stuff that you read that you need to do.
Yeah.
And then for me, the big transition was, I believe it was last year sometime, my wife was like, Nicole, for anyone who
Hey, Nicole. Hi,
wants to
Nicole.
remember that, she's like, so is next year it? Is that, are you ready? And I'm like, I don't know. She's like, well, what else do you have to do? And I told her the thing. She's like, well, so what's the deal? And what is the deal? Right? Especially when I'm lucky and I have someone who supports me in
Yeah.
this path. What is the deal? So I was like, okay, what's the deal? Time to cut that off. Time to, give my work a really long notice,
Hmm.
which I'm sure they appreciated. At least appreciated a long notice. Not that I was leaving, but and get all the extra stuff into gear, which is I had to figure out all the backing business stuff, getting like tax things set up, finding a tax person who might even
Yeah.
know a little bit about what it is to be a single entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So finding that, all this boring stuff that we were talking about earlier today, all the
Yeah.
not fun businessy side stuff, that was all the stuff I kind of left. And I would recommend to anyone who really knows that they want to do this to not leave it to the end. Start picking up a little bit of that information earlier on. I do have a problem sometimes of not peeking behind the scary curtain of the things I don't like. So, yeah.
And that's probably one of the things that held me back for a while, right? Of not, this was always in the back of my head. I'm getting into this late in life, but it was kind of it couldn't be as easy as that YouTube video says it is, or as that,
That's true.
I like when TikTok became big, a few years ago. It's like my son or my daughter or somebody showed me that. Look, Dad, you do voice, here's, and it was a TikTok of someone saying it's as easy as this, and they went to voices.com and they clicked on it and they did, and they're like, all these jobs. Yeah, it's
Right.
not that easy. It's not that easy, and there's so
No?
much behind it. No, yeah,
Well,
and so the business side of it, I think, the can I do this was part of it, but the
mhm,
business side of it was really kind of daunting, and it still is.
mhm,
You know, and I think that's important for anybody listening, anybody that is thinking about this or just getting in. Like you said, do your due diligence, research, figure out, watch the videos, get it, talk to a coach.
yep,
Understand what you need to do and what this takes. It's not as simple as clicking on a website and recording something. You have to have the right equipment. You have to have the right setup. You have to have the coaching, the things that tell you how. I mean, when I did my first like little audition for David Rosenthal, where he's like, set up an appointment with me, and I read something and I thought it was cool, and it was completely off because I was trying to make a commercial into a character, and that's not what you do. So it was eye opening. But
yeah, there's a lot to learn. I'm happy it's not easy. Personally,
yeah,
I've learned a lot about myself, and this to full-time transition, I've learned a lot about myself in the fact that, like, when I'm at the end of all the stuff I told myself I'm gonna do, I'm like, oh, nah, and I've been told to give myself some freedoms at the end of the day, or when the work comes in, that's when you do it, sort of thing. But 9 to 5 guy, I think we talked about this last time.
uh-huh.
I think I need to keep working even if there's nothing there, and there is always something. We talked about direct marketing and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something to be doing. I could be working on a character. I could be reading a book, but you have to give yourself a break too.
Yeah, just like anything. I mean,
Yeah,
my day job, there's work-life balance, and that's a big talk. It's a big thing we're talking about because what I do comes with an on-call component, and that makes it even harder to do the voiceover thing because there's weeks at a time where I have to be ready to do the day job, and it makes it harder to jump in the booth. But yeah, work-life
yeah,
balance is a big thing. Um,
yeah. And I'm guessing most voice actors can relate to. I need to pay the bills, and then when do I find the time to do this? And it does feel like a lot of young people, they have night jobs. At
mhm.
least the young people I used to know, they had jobs that had weird ass hours. So you're gonna audition in the morning, like right before you go to work. That's tough for people.
Yeah,
It's also hard, but I think the joy that you and I have found in it has made us just not stop. And
right.
I think that's how you know, okay, I can keep doing this. How do you know when to transition into? Some people would say, wait till you're getting enough paid gigs. Wait till you
Mhm.
have all. For me, I I didn't feel like I could go out and really find that stuff. I didn't feel like I could put all that effort in without just taking the leap. Having the safety net of a paid gig for me is just not. Wasn't working for me.
Yeah, and I
It
mean,
didn't
that
feel
that
like it.
actually might be different than a lot of people because I know, again, I mean, in talking to David, I mean, he was, he had, I think he said he was a financial planner, and he did that for like 7 years or something while he was doing voiceover before he transitioned into full
Right.
time. So
I yeah. I could
it's
fail.
very unique. I think what's that?
Yeah. I could crash and burn.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah.
But you have the financial safety net that you have low overhead and you're able to do this, and that's great, and I love that for you and anybody else who has that ability or that place in life where it's like, yes, and I would think if this is what you want to do and financially you are able to do it full time, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you
It's
do what you do?
scary.
It
It's
is
scary as
scary,
fuck.
and there's probably more people like me who are getting into this as an adult at some point in your life, and there's bills that need to be paid, and there's family that needs to be supported, and so you can't do it full time. And you hope that at some point, the things take off. I can't even do the hand motions where,
Okay.
the income from voiceover gets to the point where you feel like you can quit. But
Yeah.
like I said, I just had a birthday. I'm 54 years old.
Oh
I'm
gosh.
I'm 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 getting up there in age. And so there will be a time that I'm gonna retire, maybe in like 10 years. How cool is that?
Hmm.
And my hope is that at least by then I'm doing enough of this to where it's kind of a nice, fun supplemental income. And I don't have to work as a Walmart greeter. I may have said that before, but
The Walmart greeter thing?
yeah.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. You could literally do
I could do
this.
voices in Walmart.
That's
Just
true.
people walk in and I just start screaming at them. Hey, laddie!
You'll
Come
be
to Walmart!
you'll be a YouTube sensation at least.
Hey, I'll go
if
viral.
YouTube's still around in 10 years, yeah. You'll
go viral for something.
Go viral for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been a wild ride. It's only been almost 3 months and I'm learning a lot and it feels like I'm getting a lot done, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Who knows?
And
yeah. But hey,
the haunted house thing wasn't a random thought for myself. That I was like, oh, that could be a really cool way to express acting and get paid for it. Not that it's paying, like, I'm guessing Halloween actors aren't getting paid a lot, but it would be a nice supplement, I think.
Yeah.
And
Well,
still
and
be
that's
able
the
to
thing
act.
too. Is I mean, you kind of you're free to do those seasonal gigs or those whatever. I mean that's my other dream. Honestly, is I've always thought, hey, you know what? As things are getting wider, I'm not the skinniest guy in the world. Mall Santa, I've always felt was in my future. And I'm like, how
Malls will
fun
be
would that
gone in
be?
10 years. Yeah, you're going to have to find a
Well,
different
yeah,
place to be
corporate
Santa.
gigs. That's where the real money is. Mall
Yeah.
Santas don't make a lot, but if you're good enough and
Stripper
you can
Santa.
do like corporate parties and stuff, those guys make like buck. They make
Really?
bank during the season. Yeah, at least up until COVID, because I actually did a little research on it, thinking, before I thought voiceover was going to happen, I was looking into the secondary retirement plan of.
I mean, you'll be retiring on Survivor bucks pretty soon here, I think.
Yeah, that's the dream, man. That's the dream. We'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that in another podcast. We'll do some podcasts coming up where we're kind of riffing on some things other than voiceover. Survivor's going to be one of them because it's
got to be soon, Mike. You just had a birthday.
Yeah. I'm going to age out
Easter
really
egg.
quickly. Yeah.
We're going to have a Survivor episode. I want that to be the next episode.
All right, let's do it. Next episode, it's all about Survivor.
Yes.
All right. Cool. But yeah, that's the other dream, is getting cast on Survivor.
You know what my dream is, Mike?
What is your dream, Mitch?
My dream is to act. And it's been at least 15 minutes.
Oh, no.
Of no acting. I've been myself this whole time.
Who wants to be themselves when they can be somebody else?
And that's why I employ ChatGPT.
Yeah, baby.
I don't pay it a dime, and it writes really terrible scripts for us.
But
well, sometimes
terrible
great.
in a hilarious way.
Yeah, and we get to act them out. We haven't aired any of these episodes, so we're not getting any requests yet.
No.
Do you have any? Oh my gosh. As an ultra Easter egg, should we do a Survivor-based prompt?
You know what? I think we saved that for the Survivor episode.
All right.
What a beautiful icing on the cake that would be.
It would be.
For that. But let's see. What
delicious chocolate icing.
Let's see. What can we be? Who can we be? Because we want to do this together. Like we talked about that before we started recording. Let's, we did it last time, and it was fun where we were not, I do a script, you do a script. Yeah. We were interacting, and that's fun. So,
Mike, I think we need a sec. Let's cut.
Yeah. We'll think about it.
Yeah.
We'll have ChatGPT do its thing.
Yeah.
And we'll come back with the magic of editing. We'll be right back. And just like that, we're back.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
It's magic.
It's magic.
Yeah.
ChatGPT went a little wild on us here.
Yeah.
I asked it to write a little ditty. Larry the llama and Polly the potbelly pig are farm animals who just heard what they thought was a meteor crash behind the barn, but it was in fact aliens. Write a 60-second script between these two characters. How many characters do we get, Mike?
We got 4 characters, Tim.
We got Tim. Jesus.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Tim. And what's the title of this gorgeous little thing?
Oh, it's cute. It's so cute. It could be a children's book. It's Larry and Polly Meet the Aliens.
Aw. I love that.
Yeah.
I even came up with a voice already.
Did you? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I hope you got something prepared. Would you like me to start?
Well, you do have the first line, so that would
Larry
be good.
the llama. Yeah, that
I
makes sense.
am Polly the potbelly pig.
And Alien 2.
Yes.
Guess who Alien 1 is?
That would be
anyway,
you, Tim.
All right.
Oh,
gosh dang. Okay. Oh, God, gotta get in the voice. Oh, gosh. Oh, Polly, did you hear that? It sounded like a meteor crash.
Oh, I did, Larry, but look at that glow. I mean, do meteors usually glow like that?
I don't think so. Should we get closer?
Are you kidding? We gotta check it out. What if it is aliens?
Aliens? Oh, Polly, that's ridiculous. Aliens don't crash on farms, do they?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Come on, let's go. Careful now. Careful now.
Oh, my wool. Polly, it's really aliens.
I told you. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Hello there, little guys. Welcome to Earth.
Greetings, Earth creatures. We come in peace. Oh, it's me.
It's you again.
Welcome. I'm Larry, and this is Polly. What brings you to our barn?
We were just passing by and got curious. Your barn looks cozy. Oh, it's the coziest. You picked the right spot. Do you need anything? Hay? Corn?
Just wanted to say hi and maybe learn a bit about your world. Well, in that case, welcome to the farm. We can show you around.
Oh, yeah. And if you stay for breakfast, you'll also get the best slop in town. We're best pals now.
This one's you.
See, the aliens laugh. It says aliens laugh, and Polly and Larry lead them towards the barn, chatting excitedly.
And so Larry and Polly made new friends that night, proving that even the strangest encounters can lead to the most wonderful adventures.
See, it's got that children's book vibe.
Yeah. Wow. I forget. I love characters and I love voices, but I forget how easy it is to lose it when you've only first encountered that character.
Well, plus I forget how easy it is to lose it when you're doing 2 different voices. I did fine through the first 4 lines, and then I hit that Alien 2, and I'm like, oh shoot, what's Alien 2 sound like? And I threw that out, and then I'm like, all right, there we go. Wait, what did Polly sound like? I can't remember.
I called you Paulie at some point, even though I think at one point I just called you Polly.
Hey, Paulie.
Hey, it's Paulie all of a sudden. So, that's fun. It's fun.
Hey, don't cross me or I'll break your kneecaps.
I almost wish ChatGPT would accidentally give us, like, continuation to some things like this, because I want to know more about... Obviously, I think the aliens were just people, and we were on a planet where just farm animals talked. But that's just me. I don't know.
Could be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, maybe Larry and Polly will make a guest appearance later on in some other script.
Don't get me too excited, Mikey.
Yeah, I know. I will say this. Hopefully the next one we do where it's you and me talking, it doesn't end up being like 4 and 6 and 8 characters. Because, man, that gets difficult.
I don't know. Maybe we need
I don't know how Frank Caliendo does it. You ever seen Frank Caliendo, the comedian who does impressions?
Kills it.
He'll just go from one to the other. And I'm like, how? I
Practice,
can't even
man.
remember how to do my own voice sometimes.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Was that you just there, Tim?
All right. Well, hey, that was a blast, dude.
Yes.
Appreciate getting together with you again and doing this thing we call the podcast and having a little fun doing the ChatGPT roulette. So hopefully the rest of y'all had fun. Hopefully the rest of y'all listening to this, know somebody who casts things and said, these guys are cool. Maybe they should have a job. Maybe I should refer them. Feel free to do that. We don't mind pandering. But until...
Speak for yourself, Mike. It's just like...
Hey, you know what? Anything for the job. Mitch, it's been a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Talk to you soon. Bye now.
Buddy.